Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. You all seem to be enjoying and are interested in the Vonixx products, so we will continue with just two more here, having to do with plastic trim, restoring and protecting long term. And here we have a piece of trim that is stained and oxidized and has the zebra effect and needs some help, needs to be conditioned, restored, and then protected long term from the sun's harmful rays and also chemicals. So let's start by cleaning it. And I just showed the Delete as an excellent rubber cleaner. It can also successfully be used to super clean plastics. And there's a couple ways to utilize it. We'll use in this right portion or the right side of the trim, we'll use a basic detailing brush, spray a little bit right into the brush, spray some onto the plastic, and agitate with the detailing brush. If the trim was attached to your car, this would be after the wash process, and preparation will help you get the most out of both of these conditioners and protectants. And then after agitating, we do want to flush the area, and that will get rid of any residue from the cleaners. So here I'm using a rinseless wash, and I will dry and wipe the area down from there. If you need something just with a little bit more aggression, we're going to use a scrubby pad. And this scrubby pad here, the bristles are hard enough to get in the valleys of the textured plastics, but also not too aggressive as to scuff the plastic and damage it. And then once again, flushing the area of any residue and wiping it clean. Next, and this would be the last step for protection and conditioning, I'm going to use a very mild and diluted version of a panel prep, about 20 to 1, 25 to 1. And this will ensure that I am super cleaning the plastic. Plastic is textured here and it's porous. And to get the most out of the conditioners and protectants, we're going to go the extra mile, sneak in the extra step, and get it clean. From here, we definitely need to either let it sit or use forced air to dry it completely. No moisture whatsoever is going to be on the plastic when we get to the protection part of it. So let's mask off and give ourselves a 50-50 shot of both sides when they are finally restored. Starting off with the verse, and that is, you can consider it having the consistency of a liquid wax, but this is a conditioner slash sealant for plastic trim. And this is what it looks like. Get some on an applicator. With this stuff, I will use a microfiber applicator. And with the coating we're going to put on the right side, I'm going to use a foam applicator, and I'll explain why when we get to that portion. This sealant here, it doesn't matter how you get it on. You don't need to do crisscross patterns, left, right, up, and down. Just circular motions. It doesn't care. Just get it on the plastic and spread it out. It self-levels, no need to wipe off any residue. Piece of cake, and immediately, without wiping it down, it looks nice and even. No high spots, not streaky. It does have quite a sheen to it, and we'll keep an eye on that. As time goes by, will that kick back a little bit? And then when we take it outside to beat it up a little bit with different chemicals, we'll see if that sheen holds up. Let me pull the tape back, and you can see a huge difference. So let's get to the other side. The V plastic is a kit, and it comes with a vial, a pro coating vial, and a droplet insert, and some foam. And I also have a palm foam applicator as well. And I'm going to switch from the microfiber to the foam pads on this side, so we're not getting any type of lint, which can be pulled free from the pad, especially with textured and rough plastics. Simply massage this into the plastics. And no need for any type of pattern. You can get it on there in circular motions. It doesn't care. And it will also self level. So there is no need to take a microfiber and wipe it back down again. That's it. And immediately looks fantastic. No streaking. Again, just like the other side, no high spots, no uneven look. It has a uniform look to it. But this side isn't quite as flashy or doesn't have the sheen that the other side has. Let's see if that holds up as we let it cure. And we will let it sit overnight, around 24 hours or so, before we come back to this. The next day, we come back to the trim and we have a beautiful day outside, so we'll drag the panel out. And as time has gone by and it's cured, the left side, the conditioner, I'm not sure if it's showing through in the camera, has a deeper gloss to it, or more of a reflection or a sheen. I like the right side that has the coating. It looks a little bit more natural. So let's continue on and see how these hold up to, can it repel water? Can it keep plastics safe from water and the sun's rays and chemicals? Let's find out. Both sides repel water in their own way. The water behavior on the left is sporadic. The water behavior on the right is consistent with a true professional long-term coating, as you can see here. Crazy beating. That can lead to trouble with water spotting, so make sure when you wash it or after a rainstorm that plastic trim gets dried. Just like I'm doing it here, I'll tell you it takes no effort at all. The plastic is dried quickly with forced air. Time to take a quick peek at chemical resistance. So we're going to start off with an alkaline foamer and then an alkaline shampoo, car shampoo that's in a bucket. So we'll spray the foam on there and let it sit for a few seconds before it starts to dry up. Rinse thoroughly and follow up with a wash mitt out of a bucket with more of the alkaline shampoo. Neither side was affected, and it is early, but it's good to see that it doesn't wash right off like some products that are out there. So let's continue on, and we'll dry it off first. So whatever we put on there next doesn't get diluted. I do want to show you before we go any further on the left side, the shininess has been kicked back a bit. The protection is still there, doesn't have the sheen it used to. So we'll concentrate more on the right side here. And we'll use a wheel cleaner because there is a lot of, especially on a Subaru, there's a lot of plastic trim on these vehicles these days that surround the wheels and the wheel wells. And we'll get overspray from cleaners, harsh cleaners in this area. This is a wheel cleaner with a bit of ferrous metal chemical removing agents in it. We'll get it on there, agitate it, rinse it, wash it, and take a look. No issues so far. Now, how many times can you do that before it starts to break down? I'm not about to stand here all day to find out. You can test that on your own, but I did want to show you it's not going to just wash right off or let chemicals affect it right away. So let's dry it off, and I have one more fun chemical that I like to get on there to see if products can fight it off, and that's going to be, you guessed it, Citral 266, the sealant killer. We'll get a nice thick layer of citral on the area. And it looks like it is fighting it off. It looks like it's trying to bead the citral, so that's a good sign. We'll let it dwell on there for just a little while, and then we'll come back and rinse it off, and then wash it one more time and come in for a closer look. No change whatsoever. It's been laughing at everything I've thrown at it so far, which is really, really good to see. Let me know down in the comments section your thoughts. They both did a great job restoring the look. Now, only one did a great job in protecting. The left side with the seal, I'm going to give a 6 out of 10. And the coating itself, I'll give an 8 out of 10. And I'm going to put this out back to get beat up by the sun's harmful rays. And if it holds up, the scores could get even higher.